What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. I am currently staying in Pereira, Colombia, which is right in the middle in the coffee region, and I was fortunate enough to link up with this really amazing, cool artist from Colombia through one of my friends, and it's actually a couple, and they're letting me stay at their house, which explains why I'm surrounded by all of this amazing contemporary modern art. So I hope you guys can appreciate this setting, because I certainly do, and I've been inspired, man. Like, just walking around here, I've been inspired, and I've been talking to this guy all day, and he was telling me all of these things that really planted seeds into my head, into my mental. So when we got home, I was like, man, I gotta go make a video right now, because I just had this thing, I had this epiphany from the story that he was telling me. So basically, this guy, as I mentioned, is a pretty, well-known artist here in Colombia, and he has a circle of many other successful friends. So one of his friends, one day, one of his best friends, actually a very successful business owner, they were having a drink one day, and his friend was telling him about his house in the Caribbean. So he has this amazing hacienda, this beautiful mansion out on the Colombian coast, near the Caribbean. And so it's basically this amazing, huge house by the water. It has a bunch of bedrooms. It's, just pristine. It has this huge garden, like most people would basically call it paradise. And he employs a person to take care of the house, like a concierge, do I say that right? Like a housekeeper, basically a person that lives in the house year-round to make sure that it's taken care of, that the garden is taken care of, that no one's breaking in and stealing things. And so that's basically his job. It's like a butler slash concierge slash gardener slash everything. So his friend, the business owner, works his ass off all year round. So he's working about 12 hours a day, as most business owners do. Working 7 days a week, working on the weekends, just grinding, making money, and just keeping it going. So one day, when he went on vacation to his house in the Caribbean, he sat down with his butler, with the gardener, and they were having a coffee, just chatting a little bit. He was updating him on the current status of the house, I guess, things like this. And at one point, the employee goes to the business owner, goes, well, excuse me, sir, but there's just one thing I don't understand, something I've been thinking about lately. So the wealthy business owner goes, go ahead, like, what is it? Tell me what's on your mind. And the employee, the gardener, goes, sir, you work every single day, every single week, every single month. You work your ass off. You are, basically destroying yourself so you can come here and live like me for 3 weeks of the year. And it just blew his mind, because it's true. This housekeeper really has the best life. He has the house, he has the beach, he has the garden, he has the views. He wakes up in that house every single day. The only difference is that the house is not in his name. He doesn't have a document that says, this is my house. And this is my entire point. Like, we are so focused as human beings on the logistics of things. Like, we like to own things. We need to have them. The same with love, the same with people. But in reality, it's many times, even though it's ours by stipulation, it's not really ours. So the guy that's working his ass off, that's grinding every single day, the actual owner, he doesn't get to enjoy that house only 3 weeks a year. Those other 49 weeks, he's in the city, running in a rat race, getting up at 7, getting stuck in traffic, all these things. Even though he's the house owner, what does he truly own? What does he really have? Nothing. Like the stress, the grind, the pressure, the bills. Yes, he has the money, but like it's just a number on his bank account. Whereas the housekeeper, who's probably not making a lot of money, he has that lifestyle. That's his life. That's really his reality. And I'm talking about the house now, but really like it's a metaphor. It's the same with, let's say that you are married to this amazing, beautiful, wonderful, intelligent woman, right? But you're so busy providing, you're so busy going to work to make money so you can secure your future and you can, I don't know, you can pay for vacations to the Bahamas and these type of things. Are you really with her? Every time you see her, you're tired. You're coming home, you're stressed. Like you're having dinner, and you're going to bed. Like you probably have sex like twice a week because you're too exhausted to have sex because you're always working. So then your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, like she goes out to her job, or she goes to the gym where she has her personal trainer, or she goes and does her activities. And many times you'll find that she's spending more time, more quality time with other men. And I'm not look, I'm not even saying, I'm sure she's not cheating. I'm not talking about anything sexual. I'm talking about the fact that, if she has a job somewhere in an office and she has a really cool colleague that she gets along with, and she's talking with him 4 hours a day, I mean, who's really enjoying her company? Who is really in her life the most? And also the hours that we spend, the specific hours of the day that we spend are also important. Like I believe that the high quality hours are those in the day, because that's when we have energy. That's when we have energy to listen, to give, to soak up, to really interact. After 6 p.m., don't nobody want to listen. Don't nobody want to talk. People is tired. Like it's just whatever, leave me alone. Like when do you have high quality relationships? When you have energy, when it's 9, 10 a.m. in the morning, 11 a.m., you just had that coffee, you're feeling good because you just had a good 8 hours of sleep. That's when you're really connecting with people. Not when you get back from work at 7 p.m. You just want to Netflix and chill, turn off the computer, and that's it. So again, I'm not talking about cheating. I'm talking about make sure to make time for the people that are in your life. Make sure to make time for the things that you supposedly have, because that ring doesn't mean much if you're not spending time together. That house on paper, it doesn't mean a thing if you're not in that house to actually enjoy the view. That beautiful sports car in your garage is useless if you're only using it to get stuck in traffic and go home from work every day. Like, if you're not cruising with the top off, what are you doing, right? So, hearing that story really inspired me. And it just reconfirmed my current way of living, my ideology of not focusing on the money, not focusing on the financial security, and just focusing on living in the moment. And going by that logic, honestly, I'm one of the most wealthy people that I know. I don't own any of this. I don't, none of these things are in my possessions, yet here I am in these incredible houses, in these incredible situations, because I put myself out there, because I talk to people, because I form relationships, and in turn, they evolve into different relationships, they spill over into new friendships, and that's just, kind of like how I'm living. And even though none of it is mine, it kind of is. Like, who's to say it's not? So really, to wrap up this video, keep a few things in mind, guys. Don't focus so much on owning and having. Think about what's really real. Who really owns the car? The guy that has the little paper, with his name on it, or the son that's able to take it out every day and drive to the beach, go downtown, pick up friends with it. You know, like, whose car is it? It's the son's, even though it's not in his name. Whose partner is it? If you have an amazing partner, but I'm spending 2 hours with her in the gym every day, you know, just like chatting, talking, having fun, in the platonic manner, just like, you know, like friends, like, but who's really enjoying that woman's company? You or me? You know what I mean? Like, and like, those are just two really simple ways to put it, but it applies to everything. It applies to everything. Everything in life. Like, once you start focusing on what's really real, things start changing. Things will start changing. And I just wanted to share this story with you guys, as it really, you know, I felt like it was the perfect story for me to really explain this thing that I've been feeling inside of me for a long time. But it wasn't until I heard that story that it just kind of like clicked into my head. And I was like, this is the perfect metaphor. I mean, I can just see the two of them sitting there, you know, like one of them, this rich, wealthy man, and then on the other side of the table, there's this, you know, poor housekeeper who's probably not even that educated and who's been working since he was like 13 years old. And he's like, you know, Senor, you work your ass off all year long so you can live like me for 3 weeks a year. And I can, you know, like, there's no rebuttal to that. There is no coming back from that. Like, that's just the way it is. There is an absolute truth. And you can say, yeah, but no, like, tomorrow doesn't exist. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. And you can say, yeah, but, you know, the person with more money and all of this, he has more financial security. And if things go bad, but you know, these are just future projections and negative projections for that matter. So you don't know what's gonna happen. All we know is this moment right here, right now. And in this moment right here, right now, I am sitting in this incredible art gallery. Just like, guys, let me show you like the level we're talking about. Like, we have these things, but then over there we have, you know, this amazing painting. By the way, if you can tell, like, a recurring theme in the paintings is a seed. Like, most of these things are seeds. And I'm gonna wrap up this video. I don't want to, you know, make it too long, but in reality, you know, your boy Benzo is in this match right now. Like, this is my spot. I don't have to own it. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm plucking the fruits. I'm just, you know, swimming in its lusciousness. I'm, you know, overwhelmed by artistic inspiration. And that just made me, you know, super grateful and super happy. And it just made me want to make this video and share this with you guys. So that's it. I'm done talking. And I guess this is where I do my usual thing where I say, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, leave a comment as usual. You know, I'm a YouTuber, so I have to say those things. Sorry. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching my video. And I'll see you real soon with a new video. It's your boy Benzo. Check it out.